Game Fanatic.
Hey, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Game Fanatic, the Michael Jordan the game, and also the Rebel YouTube Underground. And I'm back with yet another video. And this is the promised Ark Raiders impressions video. Alright, so Ark Raiders has been all the rave for the last, I want to say 2 or so weeks since the game has been out. You've been hearing about it, especially when they had the open beta, but you've definitely been hearing about it now since it's been out. It's been doing numbers. It beat Helldivers and peak players on Steam. It is doing magnificent right now. Now, if you're not familiar, Helldivers is an extraction shooter from Embark Studios. I think it takes place in the retro futuristic world, and it is the biggest extraction shooter that's probably come out in a while now. Now, me personally, I will say right off the bat, I am still more of a fan of Tarkov's gameplay mode and style. I like the more darker, grittier, harder hitting extraction shooter. It makes it funner to me. I like all the bullets and stuff you have to keep up with. But in this game, you don't have to worry about that. So if you're on the fence on if you should try Ark Raiders because you don't like the sweaty extraction shooters, if you've ever played Tarkov or Arena Breakout, even though Arena Breakout is an easier version of Tarkov. Like, it's a lot easier to get into than Tarkov. It's way less demanding. Or if you tried Dark and Darker? Almost said Dungeon and Dungeon. Dark and Darkers or any other extraction games out there. This one is a little bit more player friendly. I think that also is why people who didn't like those games are playing it, but I think another reason is because Tarkov and those other games are games you generally have to get a strong PC for. Ark Raiders is cross-play on PC and the console, so everyone can try this game out, no matter if you're on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, you can play this game. So a lot of people have now been giving extraction shooters a try, and they like it. Like, again, it's a lot more easier than Tarkov. You don't have all that management that you have to do with Tarkov. It's just way more simplistic. Now, the world is beautiful in this game. I don't know what the name of the world is. I know when you go back to the place, it's called like Spartetsna, something like that. I don't know. but the world itself is beautiful. All the maps that you play on here, from the dam, from the Berry City to Blue Gate and everything, just looks beautiful. The game is a graphical monster. It's an Unreal 5 game, believe it or not, and it runs very good. And what that means is, what I've been saying to people forever, is not the engine, it's the people behind the engine, the developers. They are not making the games good. Now, when you get a good team behind it that actually sits down and takes time to learn the engine, you can put out a game that runs very well. This game runs well on older machines. I have a 4090, but there's people that run this thing on 1070s and run it at like 1080p maxed out, and some people even saying 1440p. So it is possible. All right, but anyway, the game looks beautiful. But I want to talk about the enemies. So in this world, you don't have the scavs like you would on Tarkov and Arena Breakout. What you have here are what are called the Arks, and that's where the name Ark Raiders comes from. So the Arks, you have the Sky Arks, and you have Arks that are also on the ground. Your Sky Arks consist of Wasps, Hornets, you got the Rocketeer, you've got the Snitch. The Rocketeer you want to stay away from. Bombardiers. These are Arks that you will see in the world. Then you have your land guys, which are like the Pops. You see those, they're like little spheres that roll around. I forget what the other ones are called. They shoot fire out though. But you have that one. The Pops are normally white, the other ones are black. I forget what their name is right now. But you have them. And then you have the ticks, ironically. You have the ticks, and the ticks are more of like your face grabbers from Aliens. Just think of that, but they're robots. And then you have the Leaper, which are the big guys, and you have the Bastion, and then you have the Queen, which is the granddaddy of them all, I believe. Now, all of them have their own traits and abilities, and they're also their own defenses. So, like the Wasp and the Snitch they're your light armored drones that fly around. But the Snitch, what it does is, if it spots you and you give it time, it will snitch and call other Arks over to that area where they will try to kill you. And Arks in this game, while they're not as dangerous to me personally as a scav, but they are dangerous. You don't want them on you. Generally about 2 to 3 hits, they'll kill you. So you don't want them on you, especially more than one. The Wasp, on the other hand, shoots machine guns at you. It locks onto you with a laser and then it will shoot machine gun shots at you. But again, they both have light armor. So with the Wasp, all you have to do is shoot 2 rotors off of it, and it goes down. The Snitch, to shoot it, it goes down. You can hit it with light ammo or medium ammo to drop it. The Hornet, on the other hand, is a armored Wasp, pretty much. And this guy doesn't shoot machine guns. What it does is it shoots some type of electrical taser at you or something like that. It has 2 rotors on the front that are armored and then 2 on back that are not. So what you have to do is obviously shoot the 2 back rotors and knock it down, or use a heavy damage gun and shoot the front rotors, and then you can down it. The pops, all you just need is a heavy weapon to blow those up. And then the other one, which I just cannot remember the name of, hold on, let me see if I can look this up really quickly. The other unit is called a Fireball. Again, you can just use a heavy weapon to drop those. All right, so the arcs are dangerous in the world again. After a while, you get used to them. When you first play it, it's a little daunting. You will get killed a few times by them by yourself, but after a while, you start noticing their patterns and how they work, and you'll start getting better at avoiding them and or taking them out. But at first, it will be a little annoying when you run into them, and they may take you out a few times by yourself. Now, the community of this game is something that's pretty crazy, though. The community is extremely nice, and I'm not used to this, you know, coming from Rust and then coming from Tarkov, man. Like, both of those communities are extremely toxic. This game hasn't gotten there yet. Now, there are people getting them there. It is starting to get more toxic, but the first 2 games that we played, bro, like, we ran into people who were super friendly and teamed up with us and extracted with us, which blew my mind.
Friendly, chill.
Hey, team up!
Alright. Get that in here, boys.
Don't shoot!
And then the second game, another team ran into us, and they were cool. And then I think a few games later, we extracted with another group. It was wild, bro. Like, I was not used to seeing that. But in this game, people will get down like that. If you play single mode, when you're playing by yourself, solo mode, a lot of times, solo mode is safer than trios. If you're on the trios, you're probably going to get shot at. In solos, people are a little bit more friendly. They'll say, hey, friendly, just doing quests, or hey, you want to help out? And they will team up with you while you're on solo to take out some arcs, or the Queen, or the Leapers, which are the bigger arcs that take a lot more manpower. You don't get that in Tarkov. You don't get that in Rust. And only people will say they're trying to be friendly and then try to take you out. Or in Rust, they won't even say they're friendly. They'll just see you and then just try to kill you. Like, it's generally how they get down on that game. So that's how it goes. So when I saw that in person, like, I was blown away. I was like, whoa, this game, people are really nice on this. This is surprising. So, but the PvP though, the PvP is pretty good in this game. Now again, it's not Tarkov or anything like that, where you could pop somebody one time in the head and drop them. If they have weak armor on, and you have super armor penetrating armor, it can go through and eat them up in a few shots. Or if they're not wearing any armor, hit them with a full metal jacket, then it just eats them up. Like, no, it's not like that. But there are different armors that you collect. This is an extraction shooter, so you will be finding different armors, and the armors range from light, which is green, blue, which is medium, and then your pinks, which are your heavy. And then you have augments. The augments that's pretty much like your bag. All right, so you wear a bag aesthetic wise, but the bag has nothing to do with how much you carry. Your augments have to do with this. So it's 3 different types of augments. You got a combat augment, which allows you to wear heavier armor and things of that nature, and then you have a looting augment, which allows you to carry more loot, and then a tactical augment, which allows you to carry more tactical items. Obviously, they also have special abilities with them. They're like perks. So, like, there's an augment that I think it was one of the tactical ones, where if you get down, or if they break your armor, a puff of smoke comes around you, a big smoke screen, so they can't see where you're running. Or there's one where if you get shot up and you'll start healing for about 30 seconds, you'll heal a little bit more. So they have like different abilities that come along with them as well. But with that, the fighting and the PvP is pretty fun. I quite enjoy it. A lot of long range shooting, a lot of there's a lot of coordination that's going involved. You will get people flanking and stuff like that. You have to learn how to heal to get back into the fight, you gotta learn how to aim your gun. You gotta know your weapons. Obviously, the stronger weapons are going to do a better job, but you still can do work with the starting weapons if you know what you're doing. But it could get very hectic, and sometimes you play with some people that are a little bit more sweaty than others, and they get a little angry, and it gets a little real.
Left or right, bro?
Hardcore right, bro.
Move! Why are you guys?
I have to heal up, bro.
So one. He's more one than you. You.
Well, it's mad fun, man. I enjoy the PvP in the game. Other than that, the extraction stuff, the extraction stuff is like finding items and loot and stuff like that is definitely it's not as what's the word I'm looking for? It's not as deep as Tarkov is. So you don't have to worry about, like I said, picking up armor kits and bags and like Tarkov, like you might go and grab a bunch of stuff. You might find a bag. You put the bag in your inventory, and then you can throw stuff into the bag. And then you might find another bag, and you can like put that stuff in that bag, and then load more stuff in it because it's a bigger bag. Like it's crazy how Tarkov can get. And then you just walking out, lugging this heavy bag out, moving slow as I don't know what. This game is not really like that. You just have an inventory, a certain amount of things you can hold, but there is a weight meter as well. So if you over encumber yourself, then you become a little slower. You won't be able to sprint. You'll run out of stamina much quicker. You may not gain stamina quickly. Things like that, which is again in Tarkov, but it's just this is not at the level of Tarkov. It's a little easier. It's not as demanding as Tarkov would make it be, where you're moving so slow. You jump off of a small ledge, you might break your ankle or something like that. Now you're limping and moving even slower. Like no, it's none of that. But again, you do have to manage what you pick up. You do have to look at how much weight you're carrying. You have to the loot itself is pretty self-explanatory. A lot of it is stuff that you will use to recycle, and then you got what's called trinkets. The trinkets are stuff that you just sell. So once you get that, you just sell it, or you can recycle if you want to, but most of the time you just want to sell it. But a lot of the stuff that you get, it is stuff that you would use to craft different things or to upgrade your workstations, which the workstations are what you use to craft stuff. So it's pretty easier to keep up with. It's self-explanatory. Tarkov, you got to realize, hey, is this something I'm going to need for this quest? Is this something I'm going to need for this little thing I need inside my warehouse? Not warehouse, but your lair or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called now. But your little lair place. Like, do I need this? Like, nah, you don't have to worry about that. You're pretty much just going to know that, hey, I need this. But if you don't have it, you can even craft it if you have your workstation stuff up. So a lot easier when it comes to that. Now, obviously, there are rare items where you can't do that with, but it's rare. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. It's just rare. But all in all, man, I'm enjoying the game. Let me know if you guys are playing the game and if you are enjoying it, bro. I haven't played it solo yet. I haven't manned up to do solo yet, even though I know people saying, yeah, it's super happy-go-lucky. But I know I'm just going to run into some little dirt bags up there. Once I run into that one dirt bag, everybody's getting it. Like, I'm not going to be happy-go-lucky guy anymore. Like, I'm just going to kill everybody, no matter what. They were like, hey, I'm friendly. I'm just going to be lighting them up. Like, well, too bad. Like, it's just going to happen. But let me know if you are enjoying the game, man. Do you think... Also, people have been talking like this game should be game of the year. I personally believe if it is the better game and it's sold more and it's a more popular game, it should be game of the year. It doesn't matter if it's multiplayer. I don't think that multiplayer thing should ever matter when it comes to that. A game is a game, and if it should be game of the year, it should be game of the year. So let me know if you think it should be a game of the year contender, and if it won game of the year, would you be mad as well? Let me know in the comment sections. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button for future streams. I said streams. I was about to say podcast. For future videos and streams. Streams are coming back. But it's your boy, Game Fanatic, the Michael Jordan, the game, and also the Rubber YouTube Underground. And I'm going to be gone. Bye.